Yes, happy Sunday, raindrops. So look, before I get into life after lockup, yes, I didn't forget about y'all. Your boy's been busy lately. I'll explain why later. Anywho, before I get into that, y'all have been hitting me up on the fact that Love and Marriage Huntsville's episode from last night did not record for y'all. Yes, I'm aware of it. Don't blame me. Okay? I don't I don't schedule the show with Comcast, Xfinity, DirecTV, YouTube. My job is to produce the show and hand it off. So unfortunately, something happened to where it just did not record. The wrong episode was listed. So unless you happen to be at home on a Saturday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you missed the episode. And apparently, as of right now that you're watching this video, it's not up on demand. This Mercury retrograde is picking up my ratings. Oh, okay. But if you so happen to have the OWN app, last night's episode is on the OWN app. So whatever you do, please watch it. And then after you watch it, go watch my recap of the episode with the gorgeous Kimmy Scott as we talk about everything. It's such a great interview. It really is. And I just had such a good time with her. I don't want to spoil it. So anywho, my apologies. It ain't my fault. I get blamed for everything. I ain't gonna take this one or the others. But look, let's just hope it doesn't happen again, child. Anywho, now let's get into life after lockup. But wait, guess what? Yes, before we do that, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel and hit what? Yes, the notification. Look, I'll be reading some of your comments because I like to engage with my raindrops. Y'all be reading me about the way I pronounce notification. I call it notification. Okay? Y'all be reading me in the comments saying, Carlos, it is not pronounced KNOTIFUH. Notification. That's how I pronounce it. Tomato, tomato. You say tomato, I say tomato. You say vase, I say vase. You say notification, I say notification. Y'all not gonna be reading me like y'all be trying to read Tisha. Look, I can't even talk. God said, Carlos, stop with the shade. I'm gonna bite your tongue. Okay? God said, hold your tongue like hold my mule, honey. Look, y'all be trying to read me and Tisha. Tisha says events. And now y'all saying Tisha said Expo and not Expo. In last night's episode, that's if you took a chance to watch it at home, child. Lit. Look, it is what it is. I find it funny. I don't take it personally when y'all read me. I pronounce words the way I want to pronounce it. And as long as I'm doing this YouTube, it's going to be what? Notification. Yeah. So hit the notification button so you don't miss an episode. Okay, let's get into it. I'm so sad that it's the season finale of Life After Lockup. And I want to thank my raindrops for introducing this show to me. This show has been on for a couple of seasons, and my raindrops just kept saying, you got to watch this show. You got to see this couple named Derek and Monique. You got to see it. You're not going to believe your eyeballs when you watch this show and this particular couple. And then my African started to watch it too because his grandmother loves the show. So, child, I would be coming home from the gym that I go on the weekends, and he'd be sitting in the living room, child, watching Life After Lockup. And you know how with your couple or with your man, your woman, or whatever, there's certain shows y'all watch together, like Power. A lot of couples watch Power together. There's certain shows that he and I must watch together. Those shows are The View. I'll tell you all my business. We tape The View and we watch The View when it's time for us to have dinner. So we watch The View together. We are not allowed to watch The View separately. We have to watch that show together. And the only other show we have to watch together is, besides my own shows, it's I would say Atlanta Housewives, although he doesn't care for the show anymore, which is strange. He likes Beverly Hills. But I would say that used to be one. And is there any other show we watched? I think that's it. We watched The View together. So he started watching Life After Lockup, and then y'all told me to watch it. I started watching it. I fell in love with Monique and Derek. And I have to say, congratulations to Monique and Derek. Because, baby, Derek put a ring on it. Yes! Go ahead, Monique. Monique said, honey, I snagged him out of prison, and I got those prison payments to pay for the ring, girl. Yes. So, Monique, I'm so happy for you. But first, let's get to Aris and Cameron. Okay. Girls and guys, after watching the season finale, Cameron is officially a 9. Y'all were reading me in the comments saying Carlos, at best, he's a 5. Y'all said Carlos, the highest I have to go is 7. I'm going to tell you why Cameron is a 9. It's official. Y'all can read me in the comments. Hear me out, ladies and gentlemen, and they. Cameron's personality is so infectious. Like, you want the best for him. And I do believe that he is trying to be the best man for Eris. I really do. So, you know how they say sometimes the beauty is in the eye of the beholder? Well, baby, I'm beholden. Because when I watch the screen, I'm like, I love him. I think he's so charming and fun, and you could tell he wants to do right. So when he had his sisters come over, one of them looked like an auntie. The one who had the top bun, giving you Carisha, please. Yeah, so the sister with the Versace-esque outfit, that was shady. It could have been Versace. I think it's Versace-esque. So the older sister with the top bun and the Versace-esque outfit gives you Carisha vibes. So we'll call her Auntie Carisha. Okay. So Auntie Carisha, and then his other sister who looks exactly like him. She looks like him. She also looks like she could be on Black Ink Crew Compton. So we're going to call not Compton, because she was tatted up. And she had the Poetic Justice braids. So we'll call her, because I forgot their names, child. We'll call her Justice for Poetic Justice. So we have Poetic Justice and Auntie Carisha. So Cameron's sisters came in to town to talk to him, and they really got into a dispute because Cameron supposedly has a drinking problem. And to see the way he handled that conversation and was so honest about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying my best to not drink as much, but you also have to take accountability. This is him talking to his sisters. He's saying, but you guys brought the bottle to me. If you know that I'm trying to stop drinking, why bring me the bottle? Which I was like, I love the fact that while he was in prison, he clearly read some books, whether it was, I don't know why the caged bird sings, pun intended, or, or the Bible. But one thing about Cameron, I always think that when he talks, he makes sense to me. That makes a lot of sense. If you know that your brother needs to stop drinking, why bring a bottle of liquor to him? It's like all of us who have an uncle or an auntie who used to be a crackhead. Everybody has one. I don't care who you are. Everybody has an auntie or uncle who used to be a crackhead. There's no shame in the game of life. Okay, we all had it. Cool. If you know that your auntie or uncle used to smoke crack, why sit up here and bring crack to them? Why sit up there and bring any sort of drugs with them? You can't bring weed to your auntie or uncle who used to smoke crack, because for them, unfortunately, weed is the gateway to crack. Do y'all agree with me or not? If my uncle who used to smoke crack is coming over, I don't smoke weed, but if I did, I'm not going to hand him weed, because he's going to get that euphoria feeling and then leave the family reunion, go down to the liquor store, hang out and hug the block and try to get some crack. So no. So I'm with Cameron when it comes to his sister, Poetic Justice. You can't sit up here and say, well, I just thought we'll take a shot. A shot? You can't dangle the carrot in the face of somebody who has a drinking problem. What are we doing here? So I was on Cameron's side when it comes to that. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, I really looked at him differently in this episode, because I saw a man who truly is trying his best to do right. But Cameron is fighting demons. That's how I see it. I see a man who's conflicted because he wants to enjoy the future he has, being a girl dad with Eris. He sees the future right in front of him, but it's the past that's constantly trying to pull him back into being the old guy who he was, that led him into being a prisoner. He's trying to break away from that vicious cycle that he was in. And what people don't know is anything can trigger you. Him drinking constantly is a triggering thing for him. You having liquor around him is triggering. He may not have articulated it simply like that, because Cameron, at the end of the day, does not want to give up alcohol. There's something deeper going on with him when it comes to alcohol. And that's the reason why I am on his side when it comes to, you always got to watch the people you hang out with, because if they're trying to provide things around you, not intentionally, that you need to be free from, you got to stand up for yourself and let them know that. And I appreciated him for saying that. I also appreciated that when they went to dinner, he ordered a Pepsi Cola with no ice. Yes. Loved it. Loved every bit of it. So that's why I'm saying to you all, it's very important that he chooses to make sure that he makes the right decisions so that he could be the right husband and father for his daughters. And then when they're at the restaurant, Cameron, I'm gonna give you a pass for this one. So the fact that he decided to yell across the table to get the waitress attention and Era's father checked him and he listened to her father, that goes to show you he's trying. I see a man who's trying. I don't know what y'all see. I see a man who has potential to be a dime. Cameron has potential to be a 10. I'm saying, not doing a 10-year bid. I mean, he has potential to be a dime. Once he stops drinking officially, once he stops putting that gold tooth in his mouth, giving you Harlem Nights vibes, once he stops doing that and he continues to wear all white to be a virtuous, clean man, yes, we want a clean man. He has potential to grow into the man that Eris invested in. Okay? Eris invested in this man. Everything that Cameron has right now, in my opinion, is courtesy of the investment that Eris put down. She put down the down payment on their house, in my opinion. She put down the down payment to make sure that once he left jail, he had a place to stay. His PO officer can make sure to get in contact with him. Eris has invested in this man. And I believe that come next season, all of us are going to see the dime piece he has potential to become. Yes. Now, let me know if y'all agree or disagree with me. Okay. Now, let's get into the stars of the show. No shade. Derek and Monique. Yes. Moneybag Monique and Doggy Bone Derek, honey. We need to give them a name that combines. You know how like Kourtney Kardashian, Travis are now called Kravis, and how J-Lo and Ben Affleck were called Bennifer. So we got Monique and Derek. So we're going to call them Donique. Yes, Donique. Donique, honey. Yes. Okay. So their scene opened up with Derek in his Target blue undies, honey. His tidy blueies. He's in a hotel. Moneybag Monique's in her Airbnb, child, in her bed, sleeping alone, honey. And he tells her they need to see each other. So Monique, who loves to try it on my time, was all like, I'll see if I can make it. Now, Monique, I already told you, child, the jig is up. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. And he knows that. Now, he accepted the fact that you kicked him out the house. And he got a hotel room on your MasterCard. That's okay. So you, sis, you did that. You did that. Okay. So you want to act all like, I guess I'll show up. I don't know if I'll make it. Monique, we already know you have on your Aldo camo thigh-high boots, honey. Yes. You under that bed, honey, in your outfit. You ain't got a lot to kick it, Craig. Monique, you was already dressed when he called you. Child, that's why you was in the bed, honey. You had that comforter over your body because you was already dressed to see your man. Boots and all, honey. Monique, you ain't fooling nobody, child. And that's why Derek said, honey, I see you. So he leaves, catches an Uber, goes see her. And then, listen, Monique, one thing I love about you, you be trying it. And I love that you try it. So Monique is over an hour late. It goes from sunlight to sundown. Monique hops off the car. And her Aldo boots, honey. So Monique, I got the same boots. Let me show you. Yes. Okay. So so Monique had the female version of these boots, honey. Yes, Monique. So Monique and her camel thigh-high boots, honey. Mine's are ankle high, Monique. But that's what you my sis. Okay. So Monique come out, okay, honey, and she approaches Derek. Derek is all like, child, I gotta really go through all this. Okay, fine, whatever. He's waiting outside for an hour, and he takes her to go ice skating. Derek, you ain't ish. You can't take a woman ice skating and not let her know she's going to be rollerblading on some ice. Monique has on her fancy boots. You think Monique in her onesie, okay, that she got from your sister Elizabeth. Yes, Marlo. You expect her to go on ice in a dress, putting on rollerblades to go ice skating. I don't understand the correlation between ice skating and getting engaged. That made no sense to me at all. But here we are. So Monique is trying her best to throw all the shade on Derek. She gives him nothing. She tries so hard to make it seem like she doesn't need to be here. Okay. Derek ain't fooled by it. So he says to her, I'm sorry, and that you can have my passcode. Now, Monique, let me put you up on game, sis, especially now that you're about to marry this man. And ladies, listen up. And some men. When a man gives you his passcode, okay, it's not that he isn't cheating. It's that he's a smarter cheater. Okay? Two things are happening. Okay? Not always at the same time, but one of the two is happening, if not both. When a man says, here's my passcode, and he gives it so freely, it's because he has a separate Instagram account, separate social media where he gets to DM with women, okay, that isn't on that particular phone. Which means, yes, secondly, he has another phone. He has another phone. His other phone is the phone number that he got on Google Voice. I'm pulling y'all up on game. Some men, okay, the smart ones who do cheat, okay, they go on Google and get a Google phone number, okay, that can't be traced. And that's the number they give these side chicks, whether it's the bartender slash janitor slash hostess at the club y'all were in, Monique, or the women in his DMs. Okay. Also, he now knows that every message he has on his real phone that you got the passcode to, the moment somebody the moment somebody texts him, he responds and deletes it. And listen up. On that phone, where you got the passcode, he has given those ladies names. He's in his contacts, he stored their names under initials or mid names like Trainer, AB. And you think, oh, that's his boy AB. That's Alan Braun, like as an example. And no, honey, it ain't AB. It's another woman that he calls AB. Y'all fill in the rest. His AB, his top 5-letter B word. That's what it means. That's what it stands for. So Monique, putting you up on game, when you go through his phone, because you will, just know that's what he's doing. Okay? So when you see these initials or these weird names and his trainer is texting him after 8 o'clock p.m., because no trainer should be texting anybody after 8 p.m. telling you to what? Watch your carbs. Make sure you take a low sodium intake. That's why he was freely giving you his passcode. Put that in your bios, girl. Thou should not give away passcodes. Because Monique, he's playing with you. My opinion. But my opinion too is, you know what time it is and you ain't too worried. So I digress. Here we go. So Derek gets on bended knee, which doesn't take much to do because he's already 4'9". So he pretty much just leaned. Derek didn't get on bended knee, honey. He just he just did a little dip. Okay, and said, okay, baby. So Derek dips, honey, on his roller skates, child. And then he pretty much talks about like, you're my wife. I want to spend the rest of my life with you, blah, blah, blah. Monique is still trying to stay in character because y'all ladies know when y'all mad at y'all men, y'all want to pretend that you're still mad and y'all be like this. So Monique is giving him the stank face. Derek ignores it as always and proceeds to propose to her. And he opens up the ring. I thought the ring was cute, my opinion. It did give look, the ring did give very production is in on this because you're getting a trade-off from the place you brought the ring in. That's my opinion. It's a sponsored ring. Courtesy of, if you show this ring on camera, I'll give you a discount because you're promoting my business. That's what it gave to me. It gave a sponsored ring. It did. From Claire's. No, I'm teasing Monique. It was a cute ring. Okay. So he then hands off the ring. And then Monique is like, oh my gosh, I love you. You're the best. Duh. I didn't expect anything less. So Monique and Derek are officially engaged. I, for one, am happy to see it because it's what I said to y'all before. We all can have opinions about people's relationships, and we do. I do. But I still fundamentally believe that you also have to respect a woman's happiness when it comes to who she chooses to be with. By no means is Derek perfect. By no means. But there is something about him that Monique is head over heels in love with. Yes, she is. She's head over heels in love with this man. And I believe that when Monique was in grade school, and you know how like you in grade school and you used to draw your, your mate when y'all would marry. Like for little girls, you would draw yourself as a bride and you would draw your groom. As little gay boys, we would draw ourselves as a groom and another groom. So I believe that Monique sketched out who her man was when she was a little girl. And that man was Derek. Derek is, in Monique's world, the best thing that has ever happened to her. And as much as she wants to be mad or get mad and involve her family, none of that is going to mean anything because she got what she wanted. She got the ring. She got the ring. And the best thing about it to me as a producer is we now get to see the planning of this wedding and the merging of both families. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing. Because for me, one of the things that I feel is missing, and I need for y'all to tell me what the issue is in the comments if y'all know. I signed up to watch this show because of Derek and Monique. Okay? But Derek and Monique are a package deal when it comes to Monique's sisters and Derek's sisters. And what I am afraid of is without me seeing Marlo and Glorilla, okay, aka Elizabeth and Aubriana, I need to know two things. Number one, why haven't we seen them since Calandra got mollywopped? I love you, Calandra. That's no shade, allegedly. I haven't seen Elizabeth and her pink fora, her Fredericks of Hollywood onesie, her Scully, because she's about to rob Bank of America. And I haven't seen Aubriana's baby hair since the fight. And as much as I love Monique and Derek, I'm gonna be real. If I don't see Marlo and Glorilla involved in this wedding planning or next season, I'm not sure Derek and Monique alone can carry the show without the peanut gallery. And I mean that respectfully when I say peanut gallery. Okay? I mean that respectfully. I love Monique's sisters. I love Derek's sisters. I call out Derek's sisters when they're wrong. I call out Monique's sisters when they're wrong. But I like that. I like seeing both sides of the family because it made me fall more in love with Derek and Monique. And what I don't want next season, if we ain't getting Marlo and Glorilla next season, then I am concerned because I feel like I'm being cheated out of real reality. And the real reality is that's your family. Now, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Look, what I do know is y'all got some beef going on like all siblings do. But Monique and Derek, listen to me now because I love y'all. And for the premiere, I want y'all to come back on Reality with the King. Don't think for 1 second that y'all can carry this show just with y'all two. No one can. No one can. Y'all have potential to be the biggest stars on WeTV right now. But without y'all sisters being a part of it, I'm afraid that me and the Raindrops are going to be disinterested. So whatever's going on in y'all family life, settle it behind the scenes so that when we see y'all next season and this wedding planning, we're getting what we signed up for. Overall, Monique and Derek, you guys are marvelous. And I will love to be the flower girl. I love a prop. I want to be the flower girl in the wedding or officiate it. Because listen. Okay, Monique and Derek, listen up. On the day of y'all wedding, please send me an invite because I have to report back to the raindrops how the wedding was without spoiling it for the show. So me and the podcast are going to have a booth set up at the wedding. I will fly to Chicago, send me an invite, okay? And I will go to the event. Yes, Tisha. That's me and Tisha having fun. Leave us alone. Okay. So I would love to go to the wedding. Let me know. And please, please, please work it out with Marlo and Glorilla because the raindrops, we miss seeing them. Just saying. All right. Congratulations on your engagement. Also, congratulations to Justine and Michael, aka French Montana, on y'all engagement. Yes, yes. And thank y'all raindrops for introducing this show to me. I love it so much. I am invested, and I will see y'all next season.